Hello students, today we are going to learn about the nuclear energy. Before studying the nuclear energy, we should learn or we should know about the nuclear reactions. See kids, we all are aware about the chemical reactions, what a chemical reaction is. And now we are going to learn about the nuclear reaction. There are some differences between a nuclear reaction and a chemical reaction. Let's deal first of all about these differences. What does a chemical reaction stands for and what are the differences between a nuclear and a chemical reaction? Nuclear reaction and chemical reaction. We all have studied chapter 1, chemical reaction, so we can easily form out the points of chemical reaction. Okay, first of all, in chemical reactions always new compounds are formed. Okay, new compounds are formed, but the basic elements remains the same. New compounds are formed, the basic elements remains the same. What does it mean? It means if we are utilizing the basic element remains same. Say if we are combining Na, that is sodium, and chlorine, Cl, so we will be getting NaCl. Okay, NaCl contains the same elements that Na and Cl. No new element is formed. But in a nuclear reaction, new elements are formed. But in nuclear reaction, new elements are formed by the splitting or fusion. Formed by splitting or fusion of the nuclei or fusion of nuclei. Okay, so in a nuclear reaction, new elements are formed. We all are aware between the differences of element and compound. Okay. Second thing, in a chemical reaction, only the electronic configuration gets changed. Okay. Only the electronic configuration gets changed. Electronic configuration changes. But in case of nuclear reaction, the composition of nuclei changes. So it is a difference, it is a major difference. The composition of nuclei changes. It means the number of protons and neutrons changes. Composition of nuclei changes. In chemical reaction, the energy released is of the amount of ranges between 100 to 200 kilojoule. Okay. It is the range of energy which is released during a chemical reaction. But in case of nuclear reaction, a huge amount of energy is released. A huge amount, more than approximately 1 million joule of energy is released. 1 million joules of energy is released. So it is a big amount. In a chemical reaction can be reversible. Many chemical reaction can be reversible. But in case of nuclear reaction, it is strictly irreversible. A nuclear reaction is irreversible. In a chemical reaction, the rate of the chemical reaction gets affected by the temperature, pressure. But in case of nuclear reaction, it is not so. The nuclear reaction does not affect by the change in temperature or pressure. So there are 5 points about between the chemical and nuclear reaction. The rate is affected by change in temperature or pressure. The rate is affected by change in temperature and pressure. And here it does not affect. Okay. So there are some differences between the chemical and nuclear reaction. So by this it is clear to us that what a nuclear reaction is. In a nuclear reaction, new elements are formed. In a nuclear reaction, the composition of nuclei get changed and it releases a tremendous amount of energy. It is approximately 1 million joule, which is a very big amount. And in a nuclear reaction is always an irreversible reaction. We cannot get back. And it is not affected by the change in temperature or pressure also. So this was all about the nuclear reaction. Now let's see how many types of nuclear reactions are there. So kids, the nuclear reactions are basically of two types. The nuclear reaction are basically is of two types. First is nuclear fusion and other one is nuclear fission. So nuclear fission and nuclear fusion. So what is a nuclear fission and what is a nuclear fusion? As the word fission itself says, fission means what? Breaking up, break down. So in a nuclear reaction, in a nuclear fission reaction, a heavy nucleus splits into smaller nuclei resulting a heavy nucleus splits into smaller nuclei producing a large amount of energy. So what happens in a nuclear fission reaction? Heavy nucleus like uranium. The nucleus of uranium is heavy one. So its atomic number is 92. Atomic mass is 235. We should write it over here, but for convenience I am writing here. Uranium 92. The nucleus of uranium 92 is a heavy nucleus. When it is bombarded with a neutron, it splits into two smaller nuclei. One of them is barium 56 and 139 atomic mass and atomic number, plus krypton 36 and 94, plus 3 neutrons and a large amount of energy. So this is a nuclear fission reaction. See kids, what happened? It is a nuclei of uranium. When it is bombarded, suppose this is the nucleus, and when it is bombarded with a neutron, it is uranium 92. When it is bombarded, it releases krypton, barium, plus 3 more neutrons. Energy plus 3 more neutrons. Okay. Now these 3 more neutrons will react with another molecule, another nucleus of uranium, and it will again produces 3 more neutrons along with krypton, barium and energy. And this again will produce 3 neutron more, and the reaction will go on like this only. Okay, so if it is controlled one, then we can utilize it. But if it will become uncontrolled, then it turns into atomic bombs. So this reaction is known as chain reaction. If the chain reaction is controlled one, because it is producing a large amount of energy, and we can utilize this energy in various forms. We can utilize this energy for the production of electricity also. So if we are utilizing the energy of chain reaction of nuclear fission, it is a good aspect. We can save a lot of our fuel. Fossil fuel can be replaced easily. How? We will be discussing here only. But if this reaction goes like uncontrolled way, it turns into atomic bomb, and it is known as uncontrolled chain reaction. So kids, here we studied about the nuclear fission. Now we will be dealing about the nuclear power plant. How to utilize this energy. You have to remember this equation. It is very important one. Okay, let's see what is nuclear power plant. Nuclear power plant is actually a place where we can utilize this nuclear energy in producing the electricity. The concept is same only which we were using earlier in this chapter. Nuclear power plants. Nuclear power plants. So in nuclear power plants, the energy produced by the nuclear fission reaction is utilized in obtaining electricity. Now how it is utilized? See kids, the energy produced in a nuclear reaction is of very high quantity. Okay? 1 kg of uranium. I am talking about only 1 kg. 1 kg of uranium will produce approximately 284.4 megawatts of energy. 284.4 megawatts of energy. And this much amount of energy, if we have to produce with the help of coal, it will be requiring 2500 tons of coal to produce the same amount of energy. So the energy production by using only 1 kg of uranium is equal to the 2500 tons of coal. So see the difference. If we will burn that much amount of coal, so how can we retain about the, how can we talk about the saving of fossil fuel? So that much amount of coal will, and it is equal to 1 kg of uranium only. So by this way we are conserving we are saving our fuels. Okay. So this is why